Hey guys, this is Joe with Pampered Chef. So what I'm going to do today is I figured on this nasty, cold, rainy day, I'm going to make a quick one-pot meal and it's called Tuscan Chicken Pasta. And what I'm going to do is it's a recipe featuring the Pampered Chef Quick Cooker, which is brand new, came out about a year ago. And this is our version of a pressure cooker. And the great thing about it is it does come with 16 different settings. There's some updated safety features on it, which I'm going to go through them all as I'm cooking. So I'm going to go ahead and get started so that way I can have supper at a reasonable time. So this recipe, I basically kind of threw it together. That's the great thing about Pampered Chef recipes is they're not very difficult. You can season them, you can modify them, you can take things away, do whatever you want with them. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So this is the Pampered Chef Quick Cooker, and I already have it plugged in, ready to go. So when you take the lid off, it just has all these little, all of these little features and stuff like that. So it'll beep whenever it, you take the lid off, when it's ready to go, when it comes to pressure, all kinds of things. Like I said, I'm going to go over those safety features with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the feature that's called sear. So now what this does is this gets that inner lining, that inner liner pot really hot. So you would use that to sear your meats, stuff like that, before you did a pot roast. So what I have here is I'm just going to go ahead and cut up some bacon. And this is one of my favorite tools to have in the kitchen. If you don't have a good knife set, then you don't know what you're missing. So with this is the Pampered Chef's knife, and this is forged from one piece of steel. It has a wood handle with the 3 rivets on it, and there's also a guide here on the side, which is where you put your thumb, so that way you hold the knife properly. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut up some bacon. The great thing about using a new knife is that you don't have to do so much of the sawing action. Like for example, if I get, a lot of chicken on sale, I need to cut that up, or a big pork loin that's on sale, I can just make quick work of that and then vacuum seal it, throw it in the freezer, cut it up into chops, roast, whatever I need to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut up this bacon. And the cool thing about this recipe is I got it from a friend who told me to just, that she got it on Pinterest. So all you have to do is just Google different recipes. So for this one, I just Googled Tuscan Chicken Pampered Chef Quick Cooker. That was all I put in the search engine. And all these different recipes came up. And then I just went ahead, read them. Took a little bit from this one, took a little bit from that one. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in the pot. Oh, we already have a sizzle going on there. Let me just wash my hands real quick. So with that sear, this is where you're going to start cooking vegetables for a recipe. If you needed to do, if you wanted to do chili, you would brown meat in this first with that feature. And then you could do dried beans and have an excellent chili in less than 30 minutes, which is great with a pressure cooker. So we got that sizzle going. One of the features for this cutting board too is that it has the silicone lining on the edges. So my prep surface here for these videos is the left side of my glass top stove here. So as you can see, you don't have to worry about it sliding on any countertop surface. So I have the knife here, I have the cutting board here, I have this bacon starting to sizzle up. Well, now that I have the bacon in there, come to think of it, I probably didn't need to use the oil, but I did, whatever. The next thing I wanted to do too is we have the Pampered Chef Spiral and Slice. Now this is a great tool if you wanted to do any kind of sliced radishes, onions, garlic, carrots and stuff. So you just put things in each chamber, put the guard on and turn it, and so see how you have two blades there? That'll give you even slices of whatever you're doing. If you take this part out, the spiral part of the title, you could use a zucchini, cut the end off of a whole zucchini, and then just spiralize it, and that'll give you a constant ribbon. But for this recipe, I am going to use it to slice the garlic for this recipe, because with this particular tool, you can do tons and tons of garlic cloves. So as you can see, I have 9 cloves of garlic in here because I absolutely love garlic in a recipe. So that's what I'm gonna do. So you just put that on there like that. Give that a little stir. Now these spatulas, I'm sure so many people already have these. These are oven safe or heat safe to 410 degrees. They're forged from one piece. You don't have to worry about the head popping off. They're also stain resistant. You can use this to, you can use it in a frying pan. You don't have to worry about sauces or any kind of mixes staining it. I have one here that's about 15 to 16 years old. It's a little yellow. I haven't done it yet, but the trick is to put it in a full day sun and they'll bleach bright white as if they're new. All right, so we have that bacon crisping up. So I have, to this I'm gonna add all of the sliced garlic, and so all you do is you just turn it like this. It'll hit those blades and then you'll get consistently even slices. Okay, I just wanted to do that on the side so that way I could show you what it's like. You don't really need to do a lot of pressure on it. So this is gonna be very garlicky. It's gonna come out amazing. So that's why I did it on the side. So this is what you get. You get these nice even slices of garlic. So this would work great if you do that Portuguese steak and fried egg plate. This will just do a bunch of garlic slices in no time. So we'll just throw that right in the pot. So this is where I slice the bacon. Let's do that. We're just gonna turn this over. That should be fine like that. Let me just rinse my knife off real quick. So as you can see, everything's really starting to cook. All right, so now to this recipe, I'm gonna add 2 chicken breasts. So as you can see, the knife just glides right through the meat, which will actually make it a lot safer. We're just gonna throw this right in the pot. We wanna get these to nice bite-sized pieces. So for this particular recipe, just because I'm doing a lot of talking, and I hit cancel on it so that way it doesn't continue to fry and we don't want to burn everything. So for this, you can go, for the chicken, you can go as big or as small as you want. Like I said, with a lot of the Pampered Chef recipes, they're just very, I mean, I don't want to say basic, like it's got like a negative connotation to it, but they are a good base to make different recipes. All right, let me just rinse off my hands real quick, throw this in the sink. All right. So now what I want to do is go back to that sear function. And this has all of the different settings here on the bottom. Okay, put that back on sear. Now this liner pot will get hot, so you have to be careful. It's just, I mean, it's not hot right now, which is why I can. All right. Okay. So that quieted down a little bit. So now to this, we are going to add 2 tablespoons of the Italian seasoning mix. Now this is great. A lot of our Pampered Chef spices and rubs, they're slightly underrated, and I actually really like them a lot. One of my favorites is the Italian seasoning mix for recipes like this. My second favorite is the garlic and herb rub. That one is really good too. I find myself putting that on a lot of different things, especially on chicken. Oven baked chicken will give you a nice flavor because they mix different herbs in with the garlic, and that comes out really delicious. All right, so we have that garlic and herb, and then next we're going to do a can of fire roasted tomatoes. This will add a really nice flavor to the dish. And we have the smooth cut can opener. Now, if you're looking through the catalog on my website, you will notice that the smooth edge can opener is a lot different. This one is about 15 years old. I don't feel a need to get a new one. I've only been a consultant for about almost going on 6 years now. But some things, if it's not broke, there's no need to replace it. So all you do is you just line it up like this on the can, turn it, and that's it. Once you hear that pop, it went all the way around. And then there's little teeth on the ends, and that's what you use to grab that lid. We're just gonna throw this right in the pot. Put that lid back on there. This will go right in the recycle. Well, I'll rinse it out first and then throw it right in the recycle bin. And then the next thing to the recipe is we're going to add 4 cups of low sodium, low fat chicken broth. Now this is the batter bowl. This is the 4-cup capacity. What they had done was, for the longest time, it was rounded and the handle was connected. So what they did is they gave it a sleeker look, disconnected the handle, and now they're stackable. This is the 4-cup. It also comes in a 8-cup capacity. So we're just going to dump this right in here. And we're going to do 1 pound of any pasta to this dish. For this particular brand, for this dish, I like to use the cavatappi type noodle. I don't know why, it's better than elbow macaroni and such. So at this point, what I like to do is I like to give it a stir. So that way all of the tomato, that fire roasted tomato, all of that Italian seasoning herb mix, the garlic, the bacon, the chicken, everything is mixed up. So that way, when I go to pressure cook, everything is going to reach pressure, and then it's going to pressurize and cook everything in 6 minutes. which I'm going to show you how to set right now. You can cheat a little bit by leaving it on, because I added a bunch of different things, you know, room temperature, cold stuff like that. You can leave it on sear for a few minutes to get that back up. But for the sake of showing you on the video, I'm going to put the lid on and I'm going to show you how to set it, okay? This is actually going to be a two-part video. So you take the lid, I'm going to throw it like this. So that warning is that it's on, but it's not on or off all the way, and it's running. So that was one of the warning beeps to it, which is pretty cool. So that's off, the lid is on. That beep means that it's locked. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that this safety button here is completely flush with the handle. So there's a little red valve here. When it reaches pressure, this will be completely up and even with the lid. This needs to be completely up and even with the lid, and the steam release valve here in the back, that needs to be completely straight and squared. So those little safety features there, they let you know when it's safe to take it off, to depressurize and stuff like that. So for sake of time, I am going to click cancel, and that goes right back to the beginning. So I'm going to set this to, I'm going to go to chicken poultry, and this is set for 15 minutes. We don't need that much time for pasta and chicken because I've already started to cook I cooked the bacon, I've already started to cook the chicken. Basically, all we're worried about is pressurizing and pressure cooking that pasta. So we are going to hit, so on chicken and poultry, it's already preset for 15 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the time button and then hit the negative button. And we're going to go to 6 minutes, okay? 6 minutes should cover it. And we're going to hit start. So now what this is going to do is this is going to keep going around and around until it heats up to pressure. Once it gets to pressure, we'll have a full meal in 6 minutes. So I'm just going to shut the video off now and finish off the recipe in a second video. So if you want to host a party, have me come over, make this recipe for you and a bunch of friends, feel free to call me at 508-287-6208. And we could do an in-home cooking party. We could do a virtual party through Facebook, whatever, or even just a basic catalog party. Check out my website at pamperedchef.com pamperedchef.biz, B-I-Z /Joe Furtado, JoeFurtado. And you can check out the monthly specials. They go 3 months ahead. So you could see what the special is for May, June, or July to see if there's something you have a goal set for, such as to replace your cookware, your cutlery, or if you want to do a bunch of gadgets, which I'm obsessed with gadgets. So you should see my kitchen. I have tons of gadgets for anything. So like I said, my phone number is 508-287-6208 if you want to host a party of your own. I'll see you on part 2 of the video, and you can see how the recipe comes out with the finishing touches to it. Okay, thank you.